Hello and welcome to Launerin's Gamer Score and welcome to Final Fantasy VII. No, I have not managed to get my hands on a copy of the remake early. No, this is not a demo of the remake or anything like that. I thought that it might be suitable to do a video every now and then leading up to its new release date of the 10th of April and kind of refresh the memories of old school fans of the plot that is going to be unfolding in the remake. So this video in particular and any more that I do of Final Fantasy VII are going to be probably going to be spoiler heavy. So that's the disclaimer out the way. Let's jump right in. So this is the legendary introduction to the game, which we've also seen in various trailers of the remake. I've always thought that this particular section of the introduction was a bit long and it could have been made a little bit shorter. Who is this? We will find out. No, of course. We all know this is Ares, or Aerith, depending upon which version of the game you played, who is a flower girl from the slums. She is one of the main characters in the game. We'll get to meet her a little bit later on if we get that far today, which I doubt, but I'm sure we'll get there in a future video at some point. Then we pan out to show Midgar. So Midgar's a circular city. Underneath, on the bottom layer of the city, there's essentially all slums. And then on top of that there's another big city built on top, which is referred to several times throughout the game as a goddamn pizza. Big building in the centre is the Shimra headquarters. We'll learn a little bit more about that later, but for now let's get into the game. So as with most games, you have a very quick kind of introduction to how battles work. We have all of these people here as well. We'll learn more about those shortly. And then some people don't realise that those bodies do have items on them. So this is ex-soldier, aka Cloud Strike. We'll learn his name later on. And that massively oversized weapon he's holding is the Buster Sword. There we go. So for those of you who haven't played this game before, every time you win a battle, you gain experience points, and I believe it's ability points, AP stands for. So experience points level up your character, ability points level up your materia, which is basically the magic system within the game. That's dumbing it down a fair bit. There's a lot more to it. It's actually quite intricate when you think about it. But we're not here to discuss the materia system. We're here to kind of show the original game and do a little bit of gameplay. So there we go. These three people here are Biggs, Wedge and Jesse. So this that I'm talking to on the left, this is Biggs. On the right hand side, doing a kind of swirly dance thing, looking out for people, that's Wedge. And then the lady in the middle playing with the door, that's Jessie. all three of them have been shown in the trailers for the remake. And they look really good. They've stayed true to the characters there as well. So Soldier is the organisation I used to be in. There we go. I am Cloud. We'll keep it as Cloud. We're not going to change it. I don't care who you are. I haven't played this much, honestly. There goes them three, and then this big chunky bloke here is Barrett, who I think was modelled after Mr. T, considering the way that he talks and his kind of outlook on life. So Soldier is basically Shinra's private army, as far as I can remember, and then the group that I'm with at the moment is a group called Avalanche, and they are, for lack of a better term, a terrorist organisation. So they're basically fighting back against Shinra, who are basically polluting the planet. We won't get too much into that part of the storyline. We'll just deal with this for now. There we go, that's a little bit more experience. There we go, lovely stuff. On we go. So this in particular that I'm playing is the remastered version on the PlayStation 4. No, it's not my first time in a reactor. I did work for Shinra. There we go. You come with me, and then he walks into you and disappears. Open the door, would you, Biggs? Thank you. Jesse, you're up. Beautiful. And if we come down here... Yes, so this is the remastered version for the PlayStation 4, which means you do have some other options available to you. If you press down the left thumbstick, it speeds up the game to 3 times as quick. So we might activate that later on to get through some bits. If you press down the right stick, it basically enables God mode, which gives you instant limit breaks, which are basically powerful attacks that kind of charge up over time. It also means that whenever you take damage, you're instantly healed, and whenever you use MP to cast spells, etc., that's instantly restored as well. And then if you press down both thumbsticks, it enables encounters off mode, which basically means that you won't run around and get any random encounters. So we'll leave that on for now, and we'll go into this elevator. I have pushed the button, Jesse. So we get a little bit of story at this point. This particular bit, I saw a clip of the remake of this particular scene. Unfortunately, it didn't have any audio in it. I'm going to have a look and see if I can find the one with audio, but they've stayed true. Even the button pressing was in there. So basically what Shinra is doing is they've got all of these reactors which pull basically an energy source referred to as Mako, which is basically the lifeblood of the planet, and it pulls it up and it basically makes it into power, if you really want to simplify it. So basically they're using the planet to power the city and things. So Avalanche and various other groups aren't big fans of that. So here we go, I'll just quickly demonstrate. So if you press down the right trigger, you get both of them get their limit breaks instantaneously, and then I'll take damage and it will be instantly healed. We'll turn that off and I'll demonstrate limit breaks. So Cloud starts off with a limit called Braver, which is basically a big attack that does more damage. There we go, so that's that. And then it's the same for Barrett really, who has a massive gun on his arm. He gets big shot as his level 1 limit breaks. Your limit breaks go all the way up to level 4. We're probably not going to get anywhere near that in these videos. It depends how long we go on for. So the remake is basically up to... Yep, I know how to climb a ladder, thank you very much, Jesse. So the remake itself goes all the way up until you leave Midgar. I'm not going to talk about that right now either, but hopefully we'll get there at some point in the future. So what we'll do is we'll speed this battle up a little bit, because we're just going to keep attacking until everybody's dead. So I think what I'm definitely going to do is play through all the way up in installments obviously up to leaving Midgar, because the remake is allegedly going to have around 30 hours worth of gameplay, I think, if I remember the press release correctly. So in the game you have these here, which are save points. You approach them and you can open up your menu, go down to save, and then you have 10 save slots, all of which have like I think 15 slots in them. So you've 15, because basically each save slot is essentially a memory card for a PlayStation 1. So we'll just have a quick save in here, and then we'll go down here. So save points usually denote that something big's about to happen, so let's go and find out what it is. We'll speed this up again, we're just going to keep attacking. Now, both Cloud and Barrett have taken a little bit of damage, so before we do go through here, we'll just open up the menu again. So you have various different items. Phoenix Down, if your character dies, you can use one of those to bring them back to life. Potion restores HP, and an Ether or Ether restores MP. So we'll just pop a potion for both Cloud and Barrett just to bring them up to full health. And then this takes us through to the reactor core. So on the floor here we have a piece of materia. We can't actually equip or do anything with that yet, but we'll get onto that later on. Yep, you set the bomb. What's this? Okay, so we set the bomb, and that's going to blow up the reactor. But first, we have to deal with the security. So again, the Scorpion bot, or whatever it's called, the guard Scorpion, that's the one. has been featured in the trailers for the remake, and it's seen climbing the walls and things like that. So it's a lot different to this, because this is literally just a stationary target, and we just have to keep attacking it as much as we can. So we'll speed this up a little bit just to keep things going. There we go. So that's activated Barrett's limit break there, so we'll do big shot. There we go. So basically it's been a little bit lost in translation, that little bit of dialogue that gets put in there, because the dialogue states to attack while its tail is up. What you want to do is use this time to use potions to heal up as much as possible, because you shouldn't attack under any circumstances while the tail is up, because it will retaliate with its tail laser. So there we go, the tail is back down. So that might be something that gets featured in the remake. You've got to keep an eye on its tail at all times, and then try and either use ranged attacks on it when its tail's up, and close-up attacks when its tail's down, or something like that. There we go. You can just about see as well in Cloud's weapon there are two little holes. They are the materia slots where you put materia in. There we go. So that's the guard scorpion down. In the remake, you do actually get to see the materia in there, so you'll be able to see and have a rough idea of what sort of materia you've got equipped. There we go. There we go, the bomb is set for 10 minutes. So we've just got a new weapon for Barrett called the assault gun, so we'll equip that real quick. So you also get armour there of various varieties, and accessories which give you buffs and bonuses of various degrees. So each weapon has materia slots, and each of those slots fit one materia. Again, we'll get into that at a later date. But for now, let's get our butts out of here. And we'll just quickly save it so we don't have to do that boss battle again. There we go. See, I've never understood why we seem to have come in through the front entrance of the reactor, and now the only way that we can actually get to the reactor core is by running over a load of pipes. So you'd think that they have some sort of walkway to it, but no. So this is the other kind of... There's various different ways that battles can be set up. This is one of them. We were surprised, so we had our back to our enemies, which means they will pretty much always get a surprise attack on us. But luckily, we're pretty badass and we can handle ourselves. So there we go. You'll notice, because we've got the countdown timer going, the music didn't change to the celebration music like it not ordinarily would do. This is basically to... Oh no, Jesse's stuck. There we go. This is basically the opposite of what we just had. We've surprised the enemies. So, yeah, the music doesn't change, so it gives you that kind of sense of urgency. It's not even got time to start sorting out the music because there's not enough time. Oh no. Come on, Jesse. It's just weird seeing ladders on pipes, and I mean, that's a bit run down there. Quickly, get up the stairs. I mean, Jesse could have waited, you know, get to the elevator. The elevator's already gone. Oh, she's already up here. She could have just waited. We could have got the elevator up together. It's not like she's in a rush. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. It does mean that the little countdown clock's going to go a bit quicker though. But it does mean that we're moving quicker, so... yeah, we'll just take that off. Go on, Jesse. Open that door. Biggs, you're up. Jesse, what are you doing? Come on, get up, get up, get up. There we go. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that we still had about 5 minutes left on the timer. There we go. So that should keep the planet going that little bit longer. Everybody comes out looking cool, apart from Wedge, who got set on fire. Really looking forward to seeing that bit, because I think they could go full comical with that. Yeah. Split up. There we go. Everybody's... Hey! Where's my money? There we go. Everybody split up. Now let's 3 of us all run the same way. Oh, she got knocked down. So I've seen there's clips of this scene as well in trailers as well. So depending upon what you say to various different people depends on things that happen later on in the game. So we're just gonna tell her to get out of here. Get out of here. Just go on. Leave. And deal with you later. There we go. See, it's at this point you get kind of surrounded by these Shinra troops, and you do have the option to fight them all, but you're on your own, you might not be able to, but it's a nice way to get a lot of kind of experience just for Cloud. But instead we chose not to, just to kind of keep the ball rolling a little bit. We jump on top of the train. So it's at this point we've cut to Barrett and the gang and the rest of the Avalanche gang. There's something going on up on the roof. They think that Cloud's abandoned them a little bit. There's a lot of kind of that you could read into with Jesse, especially during this bit and some other bits as well. because she seems particularly upset that Cloud's not here. So maybe that's something that'll get built on in the remake. But it's alright, because I have arrived. I didn't make a big scene. Yeah, it's just what I always do. I always enter trains from the roof and do a backflip on my way in. All the time. Bad language. That's something else that they're probably not going to do in the remake, considering it's all voice acting, so it's interesting to see what's going to go on there. Thank you. I don't know about next time. Oh, you're waiting around behind. You're looking after me. I definitely think there might be some sort of romance there. Either one-sided or maybe just a little bit of more backstory that we'll get in the remake. But as far as I'm aware, we don't really get much else about it in this one. Go on. So if we just have a look. Oh. I don't want to bother the other passengers. I want to talk to Jesse. Yeah, go on then. Bombs and monitors. You know, the flashy stuff. So this kind of explains Midgar a little bit as well. 1/10,000th of a scale. So there's 8 reactors in total that provide Midgar with electricity. So if memory serves, they reference some of the names of the Midgar towns, or they've renamed them at least, in the Final Fantasy VII movie in Advent Children. But I'm not 100% sure on that, whether those names came to light after the events of Final Fantasy VII, or whether they're the names that they've always had. You do definitely look suspicious. There we go, ID security check, should be fine. See, that kind of language seems a little bit sweetsy and a little bit overly friendly to me. That plane right there, we can see the sky. Goddamn pizza. The upper world, a city on a plate. Because of that pizza. Oh, Barrett. Oh, Barrett. But yeah, because of the city up above, it just basically pumps all of their pollution into the slums down below. So everybody in the slums, not only are they living a poorer, less quality of life and all of that, but they're also breathing in all of the pollution that comes down from the big city up above. The train that goes all around Midgar. There we go. See, the other thing that I really love about this game and why I'm looking forward to the remake so much is the music in it is so atmospheric and just so seamless and nice, and there's just a beautiful soundtrack to it. So I'm looking forward, because I believe they've got Nobu Uematsu. I think I'm pronouncing that right. My apologies if I'm not. Hang on. Sumimasen, I think, is the Japanese for sorry. But yeah, I think he's involved with the soundtrack again. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing what the soundtrack is going to be like in the remake. From what I've heard of the music so far, it's going to be good. So I think what we'll do is we'll save it. We've been playing for roughly half an hour. We did speed it up a couple of times. So we'll just save this quickly. Go. So we're in the Sector 7 slums. Whenever you reach a different area, it always comes up in the bottom right hand corner, and then you've got your gil or Jill, which is your money in this game. So we're going to leave it there for this week. Hopefully you'll join us again to learn a little bit more about the story. So thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.